The Super Smash Bros. Series has been one of my favorites for years, starting with Melee. Whether you play competitively or for glory, you'll know that the series has had a lot of content from every major Nintendo game and an impressive and expanding character roster. But sometimes, a lot of what's planned for games doesn't exactly make it into the final version. Some bits lost completely. However, sometimes when you dig deep enough and uncover the hidden blocks, you might just discover something new. So today, we're going to be doing just that in Super Smash Bros. 64. Hey everybody, I'm Tallest Flash, and welcome to Hidden Blocks. For the beginning of this episode, let's go ahead and take a look at some characters that are normally unplayable in the game. By accessing the debug menu, we can set the player 1, 2, 3, and 4 roles to whatever fighter is in the game, whether they can be normally accessed or not. This means that we can actually play as Giant Donkey Kong, Master Hand, Metal Mario, and the Polygon Fighters. The Polygon Fighters all control similarly to their normal counterparts with movesets intact, but something worth noting is that they all lack a grab, shield, specials, and in turn a recovery that is usable. This makes sense because the Polygon Fighters were never actually meant to be played, but it's still interesting to see that they can still function as somewhat part of the game. Metal Mario plays exactly as Mario and is only really a skin, however his fireball attack does appear to go slower than normal Mario's, probably modified for Metal Mario's behavior in the boss fight. Surprise surprise, Giant Donkey Kong also plays exactly as normal Donkey Kong, except that he is flung far less distance due to his size as expected. Master Hand plays the most weirdly in my opinion. He doesn't take collisions with any platforms, and pressing a button or a combination of buttons will actually trigger an auto-locked attack that will make Master Hand uncontrollable until the attack is complete. Master Hand does take collisions when any of his attacks make contact with a platform, but the weirdest part is how well it's programmed in. Master Hand's attacks perfectly correlate to a specific button, and his movements are 100% controllable too. This, and the fact that the game doesn't crash as soon as you pick him, leads me to believe that Master Hand was once playable early in development. It's pretty awesome to play as the villain once in a while, and the Polygon team always did look the coolest. It's a shame that they weren't even a skin in the final version, and their stage inaccessible outside of story mode. Except for when we debug it. Many stages are also playable when accessing the game's files. We can go to the tutorial level and see absolutely nothing. It's literally just a big flat platform sitting in the middle of nowhere. But I guess it's still cool that we can start a 1v1 in the Fighting Polygon Team level. And while we're at it, let's also go ahead and check out the Race to the Finish level. This one plays out normally as it does in the game, however when you reach the end in a versus mode, the game will cut to sudden death and you'll be soft locked as there's no real way to complete the level afterwards as it's impossible to kill anyone here. Finally, let's go to one of the coolest secrets I could find for this video, a beta version of Kirby's level. Gee, I really wonder why this one was cut because it's a steaming pile of... This is a very weird level. I think that this is more of a test level if even that. There's a weird yellow looking thing to the left, and to the right we have a wooden platform that I note is unenterable from the bottom, and 2 wooden platforms on either side that can push the player back and forth. Also, I don't know why, but there's also an incredibly small invisible floating platform at the very top of the screen. You can see me right here breakdancing on top of it right before I get flicked into oblivion by Master Hand. There were also multiple lost ideas and characters that for one reason or another didn't make it into the final cut at all, so I'll be listing them all here now. Bowser, King Dedede, Mewtwo, and Final Smashes were all planned to make an appearance in the game, along with a cancelled time attack minigame. And finally, one more interesting tidbit is that on the stage selection screen in the debug menu, Pikachu is misspelled as Pikachu. Strangely though, later in the debug, Pikachu is spelled correctly, probably just a translation error. With all that said, that was one heck of a list to go through, and I gotta say, playing as Polygon Yoshi was pretty freaking awesome. With all these hidden blocks, which one was your favorite? Leave a comment down below and let me know. Also, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below and share with a friend. And as always, if you want more, be sure to smash that squishy red subscribe button and click the notification button because everybody knows that YouTube is broken. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. However, sometimes when you dig deep enough and uncover the hidden blocks, you might just... I really wish you would shut up.